See things like you had done. How many of you all remember what it was like when you no longer felt the weight of your situation and you felt the freedom that only comes from God, and people looked at you, they thought you had got brand new, they thought you had changed who you were, they thought you were better than everybody else, but little did they know you had finally been delivered from a place called stuck, and you made up in your mind that God, if you ever get me out of this, I ain't ever going back. Is that anyone else's testimony? You told God, God, if you show up and get me up out of this mess, I promise you, I'll serve you the rest of my life and I'll never go back. And how many of you all are glad that you never went back to who you were? You never went back to who you were before you met him. And now when you look back over your life, you can surely say, I got a testimony. Because if it had not been but for God on my side, my sin would have swallowed me up. I would have died in that thing. But thanks be unto God who causes us to triumph, that he reached deep down in the muck and the mire. He picked you up, he dusted you off, and he made you better than you've ever been before. I may not be where I want to be, but thanks be to God, hallelujah, I'm not where I once was. That place is called freedom. Everybody shout freedom. I want you to turn to somebody real quick and say this. I will never be bound again. Now y'all didn't say it like you meant it. So find another neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm talking to you. I will never be bound again. Maybe that didn't hit you right. So I don't want you to look at anybody. I just want you to touch your own chest and prophesy to your own life. Say, I will never be bound again. I'm not looking back again. I'm not going back again. I ain't dibbling and dabbling with where I once was, because God has set me free. Where are my free folk in here today? Where are the people that know beyond the shadow of a doubt I'm not who I used to be? Now, I can't talk for everybody, but freedom feels good. Freedom feels all right. Because now that I'm free, I ain't got to walk around like I'm sucking on sour lemons every day. Now that I'm free and delivered from who I was, I don't need people to pat me on my back to tell me everything's going to be all right. But at 3 o'clock in the morning when ain't nobody answering their phones, I can turn my face to the wall. And my freedom causes me to call the name that's above every name. So that when my baby don't answer, God will. When my boo ain't nowhere to be found, God will. When mama and daddy ain't no, God will. But freedom is never really free. Somebody paid for you to be how you are right now. Told this story. I'm going to my 3 points. I'm going to get out of here. My 2-year-old, she loves to use up my data on my phone. She's addicted to YouTube. Y'all pray for this YouTube, baby. We'll be driving down the road. And I want to see your phone. We'll let her see the phone. And it's never to play a free game. No. She wants to go on YouTube and watch Let It Go. And everything Frozen and Disney. The other week I told my 5-year-old, I said, baby, y'all can't go on YouTube while dad is driving. Y'all killing my data package. And it's not free for you to be on YouTube. My 5-year-old said, yes, it is, Daddy. See, it doesn't ask for any money. It just lets us play the videos. See, what she didn't know was that Daddy had already paid a price so that the phones could be used anywhere and at any time. The price had already been paid. She didn't see it, but she was benefiting from it. And it works the same way with us. Christ has already paid the price. And you wasn't there to see it. But I'm sure glad we're benefiting from it right now. And because he paid the price to set us free, I want you to understand, freedom is an obligation not to live the way you want to, but the way God has called you to. You can't live like hell and expect the blessing of the Lord to reign on your life. You can't live carelessly and then in the midst of your struggle say, God, I need you to step in. You've got to be in a place where you say, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, I've made up my mind that I'm going to live for God this time. And I ain't taking it back. That's what real freedom is. So today, I want to hit you with these 3 things from overflowing freedom. Number 1 is this. Overflowing freedom does not give you the right to live frivolously. Okay? It doesn't give you the right just to live any kind of way. Here it is. Peter and Paul both tell us this. Paul tells us in Galatians that because Christ has paid a price for our freedom, we are now called not to live like evil men, but to live the way God has called us to live. Y'all know I'm an illustrator. Evan, let me see a weight. Let me just see. Yeah, bring them on. Just bring them on. Let's see. Can you help me? Just hold that. You got it? It's just 15 pounds. Put the other one in his hand if you don't mind. You got it? It's not too heavy, is it? All right, good. You good? You ready? You ready? All right. Just go ahead and curl a couple times. Just want to, all right, just be sure your bicep action's all right. All right, here we go. Come on. Overflowing freedom does not give you permission to live frivolously. Live as free people. Do not use your freedom as an excuse to do evil. Now, I know y'all are wondering, why is this man walking around the sanctuary while this other man is holding weights? Because here's the thing. Most of us who call ourselves free, we free on Sunday morning. We've learned the semantics of church. We've learned how to walk in here and make everybody else think everything is all right. But really, in all actuality, sin is God in our life. We're living the way we want to live, doing what we want to do. So that's why I had to shout y'all first, because I knew I wasn't going to get too many amens. We're just doing what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it. Now, I'm saying all this, and you notice he's still following. The light of revelation hasn't been turned on yet to say at any moment, this weight ain't holding me, I'm holding it. And so, until the light bulb comes on, he'll keep holding the weight and allowing the weight to go. Now, the moment the light bulb came on, he dropped the weight. The moment he dropped the weight, there was nothing else attached to him pertaining to who he used to be. Can I tell you all the truth of the matter? Is that it's not that God has not delivered you, but sometimes you ain't set yourself free. And sometimes you're waiting for God to do what he's waiting for you to do. And you're sitting around carrying who you used to be, still calling yourself redeemed, while the stinky weight of your sin is still in your hands. True freedom says this: I lay aside every weight and the sin that would so easily beset me, that I may run this race with patience, looking to Jesus, the author and the finisher of my faith. But here it is. Hold up. Just grab it. Ready? Now, y'all notice what he did. He said, I don't really want it. I thought I'd put it down, but my man picked it right back up anyway. This is what we call cycles. Cycles keep you bound by making you think you're free for a limited amount of time. You know, they make you feel free in your heart for a week, and then next week you're right back in the same thing. Or they make you feel like you've been delivered for a moment, and then in the next moment you're right back in that same situation. That's not freedom, that's a cycle. And at some point you gotta say, that cycle's gotta break in my life. I wasn't designed to live in cycles. I was designed to live in God's season. And I can't be walking in God in this season while still attached to my cycles of last year. Okay, just one more time. Just hold it. Come on, just grab it. Just grab it. Hold on, just 1 second. Just grab it. Y'all see what happens? Y'all see what happens? Here's what happens. This is what kills your freedom. You allow the wrong conversations to still follow you in your new season. Oh, I know I'm preaching to somebody, because I'm feeling it get tight. You can kill your cycle, but not kill the conversation and still pick that thing right back up. Cycles and conversations both work together. And if you tell them I cut you off, but you let them stay in your company, their conversation is going to cause you to pick that stuff. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm somewhere in this house. That conversation will cause you to be right back in your same situation. Don't sit down yet, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here you go. Just for a moment. Just grab it. Just for a moment. 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 Just for 1 second. Just for 1 second. You always carried this. You strong enough to handle it. You strong. See, because sooner or later, you got to stop entertaining conversations and go to what the Lord says about you. I am the head and I'm not the tail. I am above and I'm not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I'm blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the field. I'm blessed in my going out. I'm blessed when I come in. I am the righteousness of God. I don't know who I'm talking to, but some of y'all been trying to talk yourself out of cycles, but you ain't been saying the right thing yet. Bump somebody and tell them, put the word